What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. I appreciate the love and support like always. Y'all know what I need y'all to do. Be sure to like, leave your comments, share the videos. Y'all already know. Let's get right into it. So tonight we're gonna talk about Baltimore legends, Ruff Endz. Ruff Endz are an R&B group from Baltimore, Maryland, and consists of two members, Davinch Chance and Dante Jordan. Both artists grew up on the same block in West Baltimore. When they were younger and started singing together in high school, Southwestern to be exact. Shy was a talented young street dancer as well, and a singer. Shy entered high school 1 year late after dealing with drama in the streets. Davinch was the son of a preacher and the youngest of a big family, 10 brothers to be exact. All of them had a passion for music, which made Davinch fall in love with the craft. Chance started singing gospel in his father's church at just 4 years old. The duo was originally part of a teenage hip-hop quartet called Total Male, but it didn't work out. The energy between Shy and Davinch was strong, so the two kept working together. The two had different singing styles. Shy was a baritone voice and Davinch was a high tenor. The two voices mixed well though. They both had a love and passion for R&B classics. Saying growing up they listened to Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Casey and JoJo, and Dru Hill, also a West Baltimore group. Although the group admits being influenced by the other artists, they worked hard to build a style and swag of their own. While the duo focused on their craft, they performed at local venues. One of these was the Fudgery, a popular youth hangout where Dru Hill also performed. Shy and Davinch gained a local following, but the two decided not to look for a record deal until they finished high school. The two made a pact that nothing would stop them from making it to the top, even growing up in the trenches of West Baltimore, which they called the Wild Wild West. They said people was getting shot, going to prison all around them while they was trying to pursue their dreams. The two started putting what they were going through in the music. In 1994, the duo embarked on a 4-year struggle to get a record deal. They chose the name Ruff Endz to reflect their hardships during the period. Shy said what they went through was a real struggle. While trying to get a deal, it was literally rough making ends meet. Through a local friend, Shy and Davinch met Troy Patterson, a songwriter, producer, and manager based out of New Jersey. Troy helped the duo record their first demo tape. They sent it to labels, but nobody responded. They were discouraged, but kept grinding. Shy and Davinch saw the doors were starting to open based on the group's local reputation. Another friend recommended the duo to LA-based producer O.G. Pierce, who worked with Montel Jordan on This Is How We Do It. He helped the group record their second demo tape. This tape caught the attention of Sony Music talent Ron Grant. Grant passed the demo to Dave McPherson, Executive Vice President of Urban Music at Epic Records. The duo finally would get a break and signed to Epic in 1998. It took 18 months to create Ruff Endz's first album, Love Crimes. The duo recorded more than 30 songs, and from these, they chose 12 tracks. In March of 2000, the promotion department of Epic sent out a limited mailing of the duo's first single, No More. They targeted club DJs, some of which had ties to radio stations. The single would hit radio even before it officially debuted in April. This created a buzz and generated anticipation for the project. No More would eventually hit billboards. By the time the album was released, Ruff Endz was a sensation. Fans loved the raw emotion and stories of love and ghetto life. Fans eagerly awaited the duo's second album, which was released 2 years after the first one. The album would have now classic Someone to Love You, which was a big hit with radio and clubs that stamped Ruff Endz's name in the R&B world. Davinch lost his father in 2001 and would later say it pushed him to grind harder. The two worked hard to get where they was at, so they didn't want to blow it. They never took their success for granted. The group focused on the business side of their legacy, which solidified them in the game. The group never stopped working and dropped a few more albums. They are still very close, but they took a little break. The last album was Soul Brother, dropped in 2018 after a few years off. The two got right back to it and the chemistry was still there. The album was a solid album, and the group are even doing shows and appearances again. Through the Baltimore streets and all the roadblocks, the group made it through and are considered, in my eyes, Baltimore legends. Man, that's dope, man. I know y'all know about Ruff Endz. A lot of people probably don't know where they from. Yes, they from West Baltimore. And they was popping in the 2000s. You feel me? Like, I know y'all remember No More Shopping Sprees, No More VIPs, all that. You feel me? Like, they was doing their thing. And they just did an interview and dropped a project not too long ago. So they still out here working, man. It's good to see these two still focused. Now, they had two different personalities. Dante was kind of dabbling in the streets, he said, when he was younger. So, you know what I mean? He had to get focused. But when they met, they took a liking to each other and they had chemistry all the way back from when they was younger. So that's dope to see these two still out here grinding, getting to the bag. And in my opinion, they get overlooked a lot. Like when you mention R&B groups, a lot of people don't mention them because they dropped 2 CDs and people feel like, oh, they weren't consistent. But them 2 CDs was bangers, and they dropped more than 2 CDs now, but I'm talking about back then, before they took their break. But them CDs was bangers, and they had hit songs in them. Can't take that from them. So y'all already know my opinion. They Baltimore legends in my eyes. You feel me? And it's a success story that the youth need to hear, because look at everything they went through in their environment, but they never let that stop them from going where they was trying to go. They ain't let nothing get in their way. People was getting shot around them. People was going to prison. You feel me? Dante had some problems of his own in the streets. He said his family was in the streets, you feel me? Now Chance, his family was more into the church. He had 10 brothers. His father was a pastor. But at the end of the day, that go to show you how two people from different sides of the track, I mean, they was in the same neighborhood, but different upbringings can come together and make history. So yeah, man, this is another episode of the Baltimore Way. This the Ruff Endz story. Y'all be sure to like, comment, share. If you're new to the fam, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell.